Hey everyone, this is Isaac here, and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2022. I'm gonna be honest, I was not looking forward to the subject of today's review, DC League of Super Pets. From the low quality animation to the unfunny humor, I was almost certain that it'd be at least a 4 out of 10. Hell, I even said on Letterboxd that if I gave it anything higher, I'd eat my underwear. And after seeing it... Excuse me for 1 second. One consumption of underwear later. Okay, I'm done eating my undies. Now let's talk about why League of Super Pets is a movie that exists. Now yes, the problems I expected from the trailers are in the movie, but they're surprisingly not as huge as I thought they'd be. Some of the jokes are pretty unfunny, especially the jabs at Marvel, but for the most part, the humor is okay and can have some kinda funny moments, especially with the great chemistry the voice actors have with each other. As for the other thing I wasn't optimistic about, the animation, yeah, it's pretty weak, but nothing terrible per se. Like, sure, the rendering is awful, and sometimes the character animation can come across as a bit too smooth to the point of being jarring, but I do like how it tried to go the route of Spider-Verse and several other movies released after it of having a more stylized approach to its animation, and some of the action scenes are kinda cool. As for the heart of the film, the script, I can sorta see some similarities to it with movies like The Emperor's New Groove and Spies in Disguise, where an arrogant main character has something happen to them where they need to team up with someone they don't admire at first to get back what they lost and stop a greater threat. However, instead of the main character, Crypto the Superdog, being transformed into an animal, he loses his superpowers after accidentally ingesting some kryptonite, and he teams up with a group of shelter animals who miraculously get superpowers from some orange kryptonite so they can stop an evil guinea pig from achieving her goal of world domination. Now, yes, Crypto does start out as being very obnoxious and unlikable, which is kind of unpleasant, but thankfully he does become a lot less annoying as the film goes on, which is nice to see. And as for the other characters, they're fine, I guess. I will say that the voice acting was great, and the actors had some good chemistry with each other, especially between The Rock and Kevin Hart. And the animals Crypto teams up with are relatively likable, my personal favorite being Ace the Bat Hound, and I really liked the villain, Lulu, since she was pretty funny but also a genuinely threatening character, especially around the climax, but I do kinda wish we got more out of the Justice League characters outside of Superman, as well as a bit more for Lex Luthor to do as the secondary villain. Well, I got all the stuff I wanted to talk about out of the way, so in conclusion, DC League of Super Pets was pretty mediocre, but even I find that impressive given how little hope I had for it going in, especially with the 3 previous films from Warner Animation Group being absolute dog water. As for League of Super Pets, however, despite having some weak animation, a relatively unenjoyable main character, some generic plot beats, and a very mixed bag of humor, most of the characters were likable, some of the action was serviceable, and the voice acting was pretty good. For my recommendation, kids will probably have fun with this, especially if they have a pet of their own. However, for those of you who have your doubts about this, it probably wouldn't hurt to check it out in theaters if you don't have anything else to do, but it might be better to wait for it to come out on HBO Max if you don't want to waste your money on a trip to the movies. Normally, I'm not all that impressed with mediocrity, but here, I think I'll have to make an exception. Next time, I'll probably be reviewing one of the last major movies I'll be able to see for a while until the live-action Pinocchio remake, and that movie I'll be seeing is Apple TV Plus's Luck. Honestly, this looks kinda cute. I like the concept and the animation looks fantastic, but of course, there is the elephant in the room regarding Disney's greatest twist villain, John Lasseter, being involved. Now, yes, it is sad to know that he hasn't seemed to have learned his lesson from when he was at Disney, but I'll still try and judge the film on its own merits while still acknowledging that fact. It's like how I like the Harry Potter movies, even if I'm aware of J.K. Rowling being a controversial person. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!